Linda is the only person who could actually get me up here to sing a song. She paints and she gardens and rides with ease. There's none can compare like Linda Loveland Reid. No one can multitask like this phenomenon. Ask her to do stuff and it's already done. Is it magic or karma or sheer competence? Is it possible to have such a fine president? Do the gods shine on Linda with every talent as she makes sure that Redwood has a zillion events? For 3 years she's led us to forge ahead and tickled our toes if we sat there like lead. She won't take no for an answer or maybe or please. With Linda, it's go girl, you can do it, you'll see. She fills us with disbelief and trembling awe and softens each stroke with a touch of magenta. To a rootin' tootin' gal, let's give a cheer, 'cause we have Linda Loveland Reid in our hemisphere.
For Linda, who we're honoring here today. And I would like to say that I first met Linda and Harry in my very own living room. I was holding the first Redwood salon. It was the test salon. And in came these people I didn't know who absolutely shined, took over everything, made the evening a wonderful success. And then 6 months later, Linda said she'd be president. It was just totally amazing. It felt like it was fate. And while I didn't bring a gift today, I'll bet your cactus is blooming.
Yeah. Thank you. That actually, that's not the first time you met us, Anna, because Anna was when I saw in the newspaper that Redwood Writers, this organization called Redwood Writers was going to meet over at Marvin's in Katati. And so I went over to Marvin's, and they had a little room in the back, and there was like about 20 people in there, or maybe 25. And Anna came right up to me and greeted me and made me feel so welcome. that was one of the first people that did that. And maybe that's why I do that. Maybe that's why I do that, because there were a couple of people that just embraced me immediately, and it just made me feel. And you know, we're here on Sunday afternoon. People are giving up a Sunday afternoon, you know. So we gotta give them a lot of love.
Linda. As a past president, I have to say that I was amazed that someone who is a new member, who is willing to step up to the plate and take a leadership role, not just on the board, but as president of an organization that you hadn't been in for very long. And I was like, wow, that's really gutsy. But you did it with verve and with vitality and professionalism. And I had no doubt after seeing you for a couple months, like that everything was fine, and you have had such positive energy, and you've really just led us to a whole new vista. And I want to thank you for taking the club that I have been the leader of for a while and taking it to a whole other level. So. Yeah.
Say about that, I don't know how long this can go on. I don't know what to do about it. I've never had anybody compliment me like this so much. I have to say that one of the things about this club is that I had been president of a lot of organizations, and I was all done with that. That was in my past life. And, but what I saw in the club was so many good things in place. Good people and really good things in place. And I think what I thought was they've got some tools, and maybe we can just use those tools just a little bit better. And so the tools were there, the spirit was there, and thank you. I'm very, very honored that I've had the opportunity to kind of work those tools a little bit, and Elaine's gonna, and the board runs this place, you know, I mean, that's what's important for you to know. You know, we're all doing this together. There's no doubt about that. So this ship is going to just continue to sail. So I really appreciate everything that's being said. Thank you.
Well, I just want to warn you, is when Linda emails you and asks you to do something, delete it. Never got it, never saw it, don't know anything about it. No, can't do it. I mean, any way you can figure out to say no, you've got to be creative, because it won't work anyway. And I remember one day I just said, oh gee, you know, I got a little time on my hands, you know, I got this boring job, I want to do something else. And, you know, it's kind of cool, this writing stuff, kind of like it, you know, I think I might even be good at it, and I don't know, you know, I like to try. She's like, oh, aren't you sweet? Well, you know, they could probably find something for you to do. And now I've only been a member for like 2 years, year and a half, something like that. No. President? You know, it's like, I remember the first time I said I was going to be president, you know, she kept at me, you know, it's like, oh, come, you know, just like you said, you know, oh yeah, you can do it. Oh, hon, you can do it. Dear, I know you can do it. Like, you know, Linda, I've got a full-time job, you know, I got all this other stuff, you know, it's like, you know, my husband has, I even tried, you know, Blake had open heart surgery. You know, it's like, oh, well, yeah, once that's over, you know, it won't be a problem. You can do it. So here I am, guess what? Doing it. So, but, you know, I got a lot of help, and it's really you guys that are doing it. You know, I mean, the board, yeah, you know, we do the nitty-gritty stuff. You know, we decide how to spend the money, and, you know, what should be scheduled when, and all the nuts and bolts running this club. But without you guys, it's not a club. You're the club. You're the writers. You're the essence of all of this. And it's just an honor to help it work, help it go. And that's what Linda's done for 3 years. And we thank you a lot.
So I just want to say how much I appreciate this. You know, when Elaine is saying, you know, gee, I do, maybe I'm saying to her, you can do it, you can do it. I watched her. I watched her on committees, and I watched her sense, and I watched her sense of humor, and I watched her dealing with people, and I watched her dealing with problems. And I said to myself, I'm going to get her.
Just like Harry.
Yeah.
Just like Harry, you and I have to talk.
And so, you know, there's a lot of capable people in the club, and if you're not now involved, and I know you are by just being here, and that's important. You know, everybody can't take a major job all the time. You've got other things to do. You can help out maybe a little here, maybe this isn't the year for you, because whatever the reason is, but sooner or later we're going to get you. Okay, so, you know, thank you, I love you, thank you for being here. Have a drink, and we got to be out of here by 6, and thank you for putting this on.
It's quite appropriate that we're meeting here at the Flamingo tonight.
Oh my God.
Because this is where Linda and I first met.
Oh my God. Really?
Not in this room. Apparently we were involved in some church functions in a larger room in the back that had a dance floor and a bar. And we were sitting there, and I looked over at Linda, and I said, I've got to have that woman. And I went over and asked her to dance. And she taught me a step that I've forgotten But I put my arm around the back of her as we're dancing, and then I pull it this way, and she turns around in a circle. It was a phenomenal experience. I asked her if perhaps she'd like to have something to drink, and she said yes. And we've been together ever since.